And we're back. Another episode of Sports, and more sports. I know this is last week we did Monday. This week we're doing Thursday. We're all over the place, but trust me, we're not going to go a week without getting to you guys. So, first and foremost, Dez is back, of course, like always. And then introducing one of his buddies, Zack. And we'll get into the NBA and the NHL playoffs and then the draft. He is our Dolphins fan that we have.
Oh, yeah. Expert insight into the local heroes over here.
So let's kind of get into it. Dez, being a big Celtics fan, pretty much smacked the Magic 4-1. Every time I looked at that game, it looked fairly close. Like going into like the fourth quarter, it would be like 70-75, and then I would look at the end of the game, and it was like 120-89.
The Magic were a respectable opponent. I respect them. They got two great players in Paul Banchero and Franz Wagner. I think I don't know if you can bet this, but I would bet Paul Banchero's first team All-NBA within the next 3 years. Yeah, they got the rest of the team not so much, but I wouldn't be surprised if in mid-June we look back and be like, wow, the Magic were the team to give the Celtics the best run for the money. They played us pretty well.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. They can add like a point guard and a center this year, especially a point guard that can like spread the floor and actually shoot. Dude, they could really push the East next year, like even next year, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Cole Anthony, Anthony Black, good like rotational bench players, but not like starters on a contending team.
They just need a big that can get some boards, just eat up the glass. And then, Paulo and Franz are like, 6'10"? Like, they'll have some crazy length. And if they can even if they can get like a Walter Clayton or something in the draft, like, they already have ball handlers there. They really just need another shooter to spread the floor. Like, they could really compete next year.
I was saying, Giannis, go to Orlando. Send Giannis to Orlando.
He's just not. They already have Paulo and Franz, but the Miami Heat could use Giannis. That would probably save our grumbling franchise.
Well, let's talk about them.
That's because
53 to the Cavs.
And at home in an elimination.
Got swept. Yeah, dude, it's over.
Some are saying Heat culture is dead. You think Heat culture is dead?
I do. I mean, dude, Pat Riley's like, 80, 81?
It's a young man's game.
His Heat culture, like, hard-ass style, it just doesn't really work as well in today's NBA. Like, you just don't get free agents that way. The only one we've really gotten is Jimmy since LeBron. Like, since we got LeBron and Bosh, it's really been a drought.
Yeah, and, if you look at all three levels, player, coach, executive, Pat Riley might be the most successful of all time, but I think it's just
I would argue he's the best coach in the NBA still. Like, he's always going to be up there in the combo.
Definitely.
We don't have the personnel. That's the problem. We just can't build a team around Hero and Bam. I think Bam could be an important part of a team. Like, I want us to keep him, but, we just can't. We're going to have to pay Hero a lot. We just can't build around him.
Yeah. Andrew, anything you want to say?
Yeah, I know the Heat got absolutely destroyed, but in the hindsight, they were the first ever 10 seed to make the playoffs with this play-in. So, all in all, that's... to me, that's a pretty good...
5 years?
Yeah, well, it's been 5 years, but the first to ever do it, though. You're going to talk about, when the Lakers won the play-in cup last year, the first team to ever do it. That's going on the resume.
Oh, you're talking about the in-season tournament.
Yeah, the Lakers won that, for the first time. So the Heat being the first 10 seed to ever make the playoffs, that's,
you don't want to be the 10th seed. I'm gonna just be real. You're the 10th seed. You're there for a reason.
Well, yeah, but you're the first, your 10 seed to make it though. That's pretty. And all in all, that's pretty cool.
Streak in the year to get in the play, but all it did was make our draft pick worse. It's not.
I'd rather play in the playoffs. I'd rather play in the playoffs.
The Heat were in the play-in 2 years ago and went to the NBA Finals. That's way more.
Jimmy Butler 2 years ago.
I'm just saying, it's they shouldn't be celebrating. Oh, we were the 10th seed to make the play-in.
But first ever team.
We need to just be the 4 seed or better if we're actually going to be a serious contender for the finals.
If you're talking about a positive for the season, that would be the one I would find because other than that, it was the playoffs.
The positive is
that was a dumpster fire.
I'm hoping we can get a big free agent this year, and if not, KD 5 years too late. We can actually give up the house for Giannis. Like, I don't care at this point.
Yes.
I know. I was
Just do it.
Tyler Hero, NBA All Star, like, oh, they're in the playoffs.
How are they on one trick pony though? All he can do is shoot really well. He's pretty average at everything else. Like he's just not worth. He's not worth that much money.
Yeah, I was
That's
thinking
the
like,
problem.
I liked him, but then like, he wouldn't even start on the Celtics. He
Probably
wouldn't.
not. He'd probably be.
He'd probably be behind Pritchard. Honestly, like he's
better than Peyton Pritchard probably by a little bit, but yeah, he's probably closer to that level than he is like a starter like Jaylen
He's
Brown.
definitely not starting for the Celtics.
No.
He's y'all's number one or two. So
Bam's our guy. I hope we really get him, but I mean, we might just blow it all up, trade everyone, try to get as many draft picks as possible.
Maybe.
I mean, there's some desperate teams out there. The Lakers need another big. I guess they need a center, but like
They need a center bad.
Bad, dude.
They need a center bad.
The dream during the offseason. They got Luka. That's a dub.
I mean, you could play small ball
That's a dub.
at center, and I think that worked pretty well still. It's just, I mean, they got cooked by Gobert. Like, they couldn't get a single board.
Yeah, no, they definitely need to address that, whether in the draft or free agency, and they will, but yeah.
And then JJ Redick out here playing all the starters for 24 straight minutes. Like, LeBron
Dude, when I
was
heard
40.
that, like, wait, what? Like, that's...
See, pulling a Thibodeau out there. Like, he's going crazy.
I'm like, oh, LeBron played the whole second half? Oh,
He had
okay.
0 points in the fourth quarter.
All five starters played the entire second
I mean,
half.
you got Luka, who's notoriously not in the best shape, and then you got LeBron, who's actually like the oldest guy I've ever seen me doing this stuff. Like,
yeah,
the
it's ridiculous.
Lakers were definitely the most upsetting. I mean, 4-1 in a series where they.
I mean, they were supposed to go to the finals.
Yeah,
according to some
favorite.
people,
They were the most bet team to win the NBA Finals.
Were they? I mean, that doesn't surprise me. It's LA, but like.
I thought they were going to make the conference finals, but not. Yeah, they weren't a threat to win at all.
And then Timberwolves. The West is super competitive this year. I don't know why they're like writing it off as like easy Lakers dub.
Yeah. Well, I mean that Denver while we're talking about it, the Denver is up 3-2 in the series against the Clippers. But that every single one of those games, I can't take my eyes off.
Yeah, that series is crazy.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
I mean, what was Denver had the game-winning dunk to win it the other day?
That's the closest call I've ever
That was
seen.
insane.
That was like milliseconds.
I mean, that was you. I mean, game one went down to like the last few seconds as well. I mean, it's just those electric. That's an electric series. But yeah, the Pacers beat the brakes off the Bucks. Giannis is gone.
Yeah.
That they have no choice if they want any sort of future.
Giannis isn't gone, dude.
He's got to be, and hopefully the Heat make a move for him. If Pat Riley really wants to prove that the Heat culture isn't dead, he needs to make a move for a guy like that.
Yeah, and I mean Dame unfortunately tore his Achilles at 35. Even if
that's probably it.
Even if he comes back in like
it really sucks.
Even if he comes back in 9 months, that's like you're talking January, like February, and that's like if. I mean, you're talking if he follows like the Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins protocol. But I mean, I feel
he probably won't play until 2027.
Yeah.
I mean, that was late. It was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, he's old.
I know he's like 35.
Problem that he came back from. Like, it's just.
Yeah, not looking good.
No, I mean he's in his mid-30s.
Yeah. But then there's the Knicks Pistons. Knicks I think can close it out. I think the game's tonight. 3-2 in the series. You know, all in all, Pistons got to be happy with the whole season. They won like 18 games last year, and now they've won 2 playoff games.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean Pistons fans just got to be happy they're here.
Dude, that's why I think they'll win tonight. I think it'll be a game 7. I think the Knicks will win at 7, but I think it's gonna go 7.
I'd be nuts. I mean, I can't even imagine what Detroit Piston fans would do if they won a series against the Knicks. I feel like that would just be nuts.
Yeah, I don't want to know what New York would do if they lost the Pistons.
They would blow it up, dude. I feel like they would just blow it all up.
They gave up their whole future for Bridges, so it'd be real bad.
Yeah.
They'd fucking fly a plane into the New World Trade Center.
Jesus. All right, so then we'll move over to the NHL playoffs, which only 3 series are completely done in that one. Carolina beat the Devils 4-1 in a Game 5 of they were down 3-0 in the first. I was watching that game. They came back to win in double overtime the other night. Caps beat the brakes off the Canadians 4-1. If you're wondering why we didn't record Tuesday, it's because we have technical difficulties. And then unfortunately Wednesday I was at the Lightning elimination party, and that was soul crushing. that was soul crushing.
The worst NHL team in Florida. How's it sound?
Chill, come on. That's not even like. Come on.
It's true.
We'll just move on. Actually, the Maple Leafs are up 3-2 in the series. I think the winner of that Tampa Florida series is going to go to the Cup, because they'll play probably the Maple Leafs, and Toronto. They'll choke. And then
I think Toronto's not going to even make it out of this series. I think that they're going to blow the 3-0 lead.
Oh yeah, that'd be nuts against Ottawa.
I mean it's 3-2. Game 6 is in Ottawa, and they're the fucking Maple Leafs. They do this all the time.
Every year they fire their coach like every 2 years.
Every year, do they ever won a cup in 60 years or like 50 years?
They usually choke. Like they usually choke in the playoffs at some point. Like last year was last year was the first time they ever won like a series in like the past like 10 years or something like that. It's been nuts.
Yeah, dude, the Bruins owned them. And blowing a 3-0 lead is the ultimate choke. So I think it's gonna happen.
At least they probably didn't trade their like star player to like their like nemesis, their arch enemy, and Marchin to Florida.
Marchin. Hey, we need to make moves, man.
Come on, man.
It's fine.
There's just certain things you don't.
There's
just certain things you don't do.
Yeah.
But anyways, Edmonton's up 3-2 on the Kings. Those games come on too late for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Way too late. Same with like the Nuggets Clippers, like great series, but it's just too late.
Vegas is up 3-2 on the Wild. In my opinion, the series of the whole thing is the Stars versus the Avalanche. I mean, you could pick those two could easily win the Cup by itself, and they're in the play-in in the first round. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't like the hockey playoffs. How like two contenders always seem to play each other first round.
It's like one. I think it's like the first seed.
It's like 1-2-3, 1-2-3, and then 2 wild cards or something.
Yeah.
So it's like the 2 versus 3.
Yeah, 2 versus 3 in the division, and then the first the 2 first seeds play the wild card teams. So you're playing a division rival right away.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of enjoy it, like getting these crazy matchups right off the rip, but you're kind of right, like the matchups then dwindle down as it goes on.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we see like the Knights win the whole thing, or like these kind of random teams make it.
But you're going through. I mean, you're going through a gauntlet. Like you're gotta be exhausted just getting there. Like I can't even imagine. But it's been fun. We got a couple more weeks of it, so obviously we'll keep everyone in touch. Right behind us, we do have the Barstool golf stream behind us as well before we get into the draft. Yeah. They just missed another chip.
The chip,
they were down.
Barstool not dark. They have to make. They're doing the equivalent of like the layup, free throw, 3-point, half court challenge that you see at games, like NBA games. They have to do it with golf, and they can't leave until they.
They're at 12 hours. They're at 12 hours and 55 minutes.
Yeah, 13 hours.
12 hours?
Well, it's split in between 6. They split it in half.
What these challenges this?
They split it. They thought they won it Tuesday after like 6 hours, but then they did like a judge rule, and then they called it back. So they've been going at it for 6 hours today so far, pretty much. Close to 7.
Be longer, guys. I'm sorry.
So, alrighty.
Yeah, I think they're on 4,000. Yeah.
But all right, let's get into the main topic of discussion today: the NFL draft. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Dez with the 4th overall pick. He's a Patriots fan. Got Will Campbell, left tackle, the future. What do you think?
The future, dude. I like him. He seemed like a nice Southern boy with a good head on his shoulders. I don't really care about the arm length. The tape is the tape. The tape don't lie. I think he's exactly what we needed. It would have been great if Carter or Hunter fell, but that didn't seem likely. And that was definitely the pick at 4. Definitely the right pick.
Yeah. I mean, I just...
So I saw they were rated the PFF number 1 draft grade in the draft.
The Patriots?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
A little bit of a stretch, I feel like. But
yeah, I don't know about that. Probably top 10, maybe even top 5 draft. I mean, Trayvon Henderson, great pick.
I like that one a
We
lot.
That's huge.
drafted a couple Georgia players. That's always good. We got a kicker.
A long snapper.
Yeah, I got a kicker.
Don't forget the long snapper.
In the long snapper, yeah, we addressed special teams. We improved on special teams more than anyone, so maybe that's why.
I mean, but I mean that would be, yeah. I really liked obviously Will Campbell. Now that offensive line at least becomes a little bit more solidified because now you move you signed Morgan Moses, right? Correct, in the offseason, I believe.
Yeah.
So he'll obviously go to your right tackle. So at least the tackle position, which was your biggest issue last year, now solidified to at least decent this year for Drake May to throw the ball to Stephon Diggs. And Kyle Williams was drafted, which I was kind of surprised over the Iowa State boys.
That pick. That's why I was like, we did not have the best draft, but well, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, 3rd round is fine. What happened to Mike Owenwu? Like, he was like rookie of the year contention.
Well, he's a guard. I think they moved him. He's your left guard or something, isn't he?
He's left guard. Okay.
I think so.
I think like he was like.
They're trying to find the fit.
Yeah, I mean, he got like rookie of the year votes as a guard or an lineman, and then like now we have the worst show line or whatever. I was like, damn, but yeah.
Yeah, because you guys signed. I think you guys signed Bradbury from Garrett Bradbury from Minnesota to be your center. I think. Or
you did?
You signed a center. It's either Ryan Kelly. Yeah, Ryan Kelly got released from the Colts. Went to Minnesota. They released Bradbury. Bradbury went to Minnesota. Or went to you guys.
Oh, yeah, I did. And then we drafted a backup center, I guess.
That's probably good because, I mean,
right.
Bradbury's up there. I mean, he's like, what, probably 29 or 30 or something like that. But getting released by
And
Minnesota for Ryan Kelly.
Our line might be top half of the
Yeah. Y'all's line improved. So y'all changed a lot. We'll see how much it improved. But one thing I also want to add is that Ramondre wasn't the best pass blocker last year.
Yeah, which
I was about to say Henderson really addressed that need a lot.
Well,
he's like legit like the best pass protection back prospect I think ever. There's
Today's NFL.
Well, the biggest thing with Stevenson is that man can't hang on to the ball.
Dude, he got benched by like week 4 or 5 because he fumbled like every game in a row to start the year.
I think
some serious butterfingers.
I don't think Henderson fumbled once during his college career, is what they were saying. I mean, it was like very minimal that he did.
They really were
Fumbled twice, 0 lost fumbles though. So.
But I mean that's a huge difference from Stevenson fumble. I mean,
that's insane.
You could bet a Stevenson fumble during a game it'd probably be minus 200. Like it'd be guaranteed. So I mean, overall, I think Patriots definitely upgraded with a lot of picks too. I mean, it felt like Patriots were picking every 10 picks.
We'll really see if Drake May's the guy. I think they really do still need to add some receiver weapons. I'm not a huge believer in the Stephon Diggs signing after that type of injury at that age when he was already kind of showing decline in production. But if they can, Hunter Henry doesn't need to be your best guy, so they do need to address probably more receiver, or they just need to hope one of these guys develops. But
we just need to hit on with just one of these guys. That's so many. Can't hit. Like, come on.
And then Zack over here, the Miami Dolphins fan. Kenneth Grant, 13th overall.
Started?
I was shocked.
All right,
I was shocked.
30th overall.
I don't hate that pick a whole lot because we were so bad at run stopping. We just got the biggest guy we could find. We're like, all right, fix it. If you can be like Vita Vea, I won't complain. If you can be anything close to that, I won't complain. Because we need trench health back. I was hoping that we could bait someone into trading for Tyler Warren, which is why we were running the clock down so long. But I guess no one wanted to pull the trigger because we could have probably gotten him at pick 20. Jahdae Barron went like pick 20, which that's the thing I got the biggest problem with. We did not address corner at all until round 5.
Holy.
We're getting rid of Jalen Ramsey, supposedly.
Yeah, that
should have gone Ravel.
Our secondary was like bottom 5 pretty much last year, and we had Holland and then Ramsey, who were 2 of the best at their position, and we're losing them both.
Yeah, I definitely thought you guys.
For safety, that was really good. Like Xavier something Jones. I don't know if you all have him anymore, but he used to be like really good. He was a defensive back.
You were Sean Jones
No.
back in the day. I'm trying
Xavier Howard.
to. Xavier Howard was our corner. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was they signed. No, he's not there.
He's been cooked for a while.
Yeah, remember that they signed. That's when they got Jalen Ramsey.
We signed the dude from the Cowboys too. What was his name? Like Byron Jones. Or
Oh
something?
yeah, that was a while
He
ago.
was cooked. He didn't do anything.
You guys signed him for like you guys made him the highest paid cornerback in the league, and then like blew out his Achilles like the next week, and then never played again.
Dude, I know. Everyone taking out their Achilles. Jalen Phillips, was it his Achilles, his knee, something? He was just gone.
I feel bad for him. I like Jalen Phillips.
Gone.
I love Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, I mean that was the Dolphins secondary was supposed to be like the best in the league when they got Jalen. They had Xavier Howard, like Javon Holland.
And then it just crumbled so fast, and now we're probably I'm not even exaggerating. We are going to be worst team in the league contention this year.
So do you think?
Our secondary's that bad.
Let me tell you then. Do we see some Quinn Ewers at the end of the year?
I hope not.
Oh man, I wanted him so bad.
He's too and died again.
Gosh, I hope
Tua stayed healthy for 1 year out of like 7, which is not good.
Quinn Ewers going to the 7th round. What a steal!
I just hope that he decides that to protect his head next year. Like I don't want to see him throw a pick and lead with his head again when he tackles. Like I want to. Tyreek. Okay, let's get to the Dolphins. Let's Tyreek Hill. We said we were keeping him, like not even an explore trade, and we're getting rid of Jalen Ramsey, who's not doing this. Well, as far as I know, he's not getting in trouble, doing all this dumb stuff. Like I don't have to hear about him abusing women and children every other day, beating up random guys, but like. Him and Waddle and Tua eats up like half our salary cap. Like we had to get rid of so many of our draft picks this year because we couldn't pay them.
Yeah, and Waddle, like I don't know, I feel like he's been a disappointment too. I feel like in fantasy he
the
goes
right
high.
role. I don't think we're giving him the right opportunity he needs, but he has been a massive disappointment for $30 million. Like, what are we doing?
Do you think McDaniel might be on the hot seat?
Oh,
100%.
He's probably got one of the hottest seats in the NFL next year.
100%.
I'm not gonna lie. He's probably gonna get scapegoated for, which I will say he probably does fit better as an O coordinator than a head coach. I think he just can't. I just don't think they respect him enough as a head coach. Where a head coach kind of has to lay down the law sometimes, but it just shouldn't be like that. Like you're a professional athlete getting paid millions of dollars. You shouldn't have to be like babysat. Like you shouldn't have to like that. But part of being a coach is keeping the egos in check. I don't think McDaniel can do it if they're not winning. If we're losing, it doesn't work. Yeah, and I think what'll happen is we'll scapegoat him for how bad we are. Chris Greer still won't get fired somehow. He's been there since 2012. 0 playoff wins.
Jeez.
What the hell?
How's that man?
Yeah, so Howie Roseman has like 3 Super Bowl appearances and 2 wins in the same time that Chris Greer's been at the Dolphins. They were signed the same year.
Go Birds.
That puts it into perspective, but McDaniel will go somewhere, be a good O coordinator. He'll go to like the Rams or like the Niners, meet up with one of his old buddies and do something crazy.
Yeah.
He'll get a job somewhere else. Like it'll just be long. I mean, we already lost a D coordinator that just won a Super Bowl, so it'll just be another day at the office for us.
Thank you for that.
Who'd you guys lose?
Vic Fangio.
Wait, gave him Vic?
Oh, Vic Fangio.
Because the players didn't like him.
Yeah.
So,
yikes.
Yeah. And they probably had the best defense at the end of last year. I don't want to talk about that. That's bad. But yeah, it's not looking good in Miami. I think it's gonna be like a 3, 4, 5 year rebuild at this point.
Wow. So you're in the march for Arch.
Dude, we are in the Arch might stay at Texas and avoid going to Miami at this point.
Speaking of the Birds, how about Jahad Campbell falling all the way down to 31?
If he's healthy, that's highway robbery.
I mean, I get he had the shoulder surgery. I guess that's why he fell. But I mean,
yeah, that is why he fell. But the Eagles were going to trade up with the Packers, and they said no, and they got him anyway.
Yeah, I know. I saw the phone call. The Eagles apparently were trying to trade up to get him for like an hour. Like that's
how
he's
like give us a 5th round pick. We won't take him, even though we're probably taking Josh Simmons anyways. But yeah.
I mean, I was like, okay. I mean, I think they're gonna play him more as an edge than the off-ball linebacker. But I mean, regardless,
Graham replacement.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, I mean, you're drafting a player that could possibly play like 2 decent positions. Like if Nakobe Dean's recovery isn't as fast as it should, then we'll just put him there. And then
he probably won't be healthy for next year, which is part of why they made that pick.
That's what I was thinking too.
One of them will be back.
I see. I was a little shocked by it because I didn't see it as a position of need at the time, but we'll see. I mean, obviously it seemed like a Vic Fangio draft. Like the Texas safety that we got, Andrew. I'm gonna mispronounce his last name, like Mbakbu or whatever like that. Like I mean I was more in on Xavier Watts from Notre Dame as a safety because we definitely needed a safety. I'm not gonna hand the starting job over to Sidney Brown. Let me tell you, that's not happening.
Yeah.
But I mean, the biggest thing for us is we did not address the tight end position, which kind of makes me nervous about what we're going to do with Dallas Goedert, who's on the last year of his contract.
It's like y'all are trying to move on from him, but y'all just didn't have a good tight end fall into y'all in the 2nd round like y'all thought y'all might.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a couple players that kind of were like there that we just didn't like towards the later of the rounds. Like we traded back a bunt. We traded back at the end of the 3rd. We didn't do a 3rd round pick, and we traded like the 4th and like the 5th. Like we ended up with, I think we started the draft with 0 6th round picks. I think we ended up with 4 6th round picks, with how much he traded back. It was absolutely insane. So
that's kind of dumb.
I know.
Hey, trust in Howie though.
How we always cooks, man. How we always cooks.
I know. We have.
It's funny because I think in my mock I had Kenneth Grant 31 and John Campbell going 13, so it flip-flopped.
I know, dude. But I mean, what about Will Johnson? I mean, he fell all the way to like 40.
He's got to just be done. So
I mean,
I don't how does nobody know that? How does no expert or ESPN not know that? Like, why is every block having top 15?
I guess they just NFL teams have information that the media doesn't have info to. That's just
it feels like the media has access to everything.
It does, but there are still stuff that probably does just stay behind the scenes at the NFL. Like,
yeah, and I guess with Luka, not a single soul knew about that. So
yeah. And what about like Shedeur Sanders? I mean, obviously we got to talk about it.
The headline of the draft.
What did this guy do during these like interviews and stuff like that? Because like I mean, at the end of the day, like he has athletic talent. He does. It's undeniable. He's athletic. His accuracy was the best in like one of the best in college football. But
best in college football history, I think.
Yeah, I mean, his accuracy was spot on. So for him,
second in the FBS in touchdowns,
I mean, for him to fall to the 5th round, like he must have went in there and said some crazy stuff or like did something to make it like for him to drop all the way to the 5th round.
I mean, the reason he fell so far is, I mean, we got to address it. It's Dion. It's always Dion. Like.
Dion's not like LeVar Ball. Like, he's not like a stay-at-home dad. Like, Dion's
the problem is that LeVar Ball sucked, and, like, Dion was, like, one of the best of all time in the NFL. So, like, Dion actually has some, like, kind of weight behind his words where people kind of just didn't take LeVar seriously. They didn't really deem him as, like, anything,
Yeah.
He was kind of, like, just a joke. But, like, Dion's, like, got, like, the reputation. So... my biggest thing is, like, the coaches, they know they're going to have to deal with Dion if they draft his son. They know that's going to be the biggest pain in the ass. I mean, look at the Browns coaching staff and they drafted him. They got like, Jimmy called them up and was like, y'all have to. He's
that was an owner move.
We can sell the jerseys. We can sell tickets. We can merchandise. We're going to make this big whole thing. And, like, they already just drafted their quarterback in the 3rd round, Dylan Gabriel. That's who they wanted, or they would have taken Shedeur at that spot. But, like, it's they just – and, honestly, this is maybe not, like, the biggest thing, but, like, whatever coach takes Dion's kid has to maybe worry about Dion replacing him the next year. Because that is some shit Dion Dion will go up to that owner and be like, I've been taking Colorado, taking it from, like, a really bad school. It's like, made it successful, which is debatable. They made it popular though, and that's enough for like someone like, I don't know, if he somehow convinced the Cowboys like Jerry Jones to take him. I could see something like that happening.
Yeah, I mean, look, Colorado. I think he right now has two young like 5-star quarterbacks on. Like Jalen Lewis, I think is over there.
I mean, he changed the program.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it'd be hard to leave.
Big time.
To me, at least, if I build something up, it'd be very hard to leave it right when it gets successful.
Dion would.
That'd be crazy. Like,
that
that would be insane to me. Like, I built this up, got it to the peak, and then I'm just gonna leave. Like, that to me would be just. It doesn't sound real.
Like, you never know.
Yeah.
I don't think he would, because Dion's such a big personality, and that matters so much in college because of recruiting, but that doesn't really matter in the NFL. So I don't think he would.
Cowboys would have been a good destination if they got duped into taking him. But Jerry wasn't allowed to enter the draft process this year, so I thought they actually drafted pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's right.
Besides taking Tyler Booker at 12, I mean,
It's
just early.
His interview was crazy. Did y'all see that? He's like,
No.
we're taking the love of football out of their eyes. It's like that's the best part of the game for me is watching the love of the game fade out of their eyes.
Yeah, he said he called Jalen Carter like a crybaby or something like that, and I
can't do it. That's poking a bear.
Yeah, I can't.
That's
Jalen Carter's gonna run down his throat.
I watched that man knock someone out with a slap standing up. Like,
I hope we play them week 1 Thursday Night Football, and he just runs right through him, dude.
Probably will.
Like, I really hope
I think it's gonna be Eagles Commanders week 1.
that'd make it fun.
I think it's gonna be. I know they probably won't do it 2 years in a row, but I also do really like Eagles Lions. Like, I'm really starting to hate the Lions too. Like,
It'd always just be Bills.
I hate the Lions. I mean, I hope it's Eagles. I mean, I hate the Lions. I hate the 49ers. I hate the Commanders, Cowboys, Giants. You name them. Hate them all. Can't stand them. Can't stand them all. But man, Other than that, though, I thought the Eagles had a good draft. Go ahead, Des.
I was just gonna say it was actually made me laugh out loud funny. There was this Gatorade commercial they were airing. Starts out with Eagles win the Super Bowl, Gatorade bath, then shows Josh Allen, Lamar, Tatum winning it all, Caitlin Clark, Serena Williams, and then who's the last athlete they show? Sugar Sanders.
I did hear about this.
You have
They were hoping for this draft.
Yeah. He's a fifth pick.
Dude,
Commercial with all those people.
that Cleveland Browns quarterback room. I don't remember who I was talking to about this the other day, but I feel like out of the 4 that they're gonna have right there, like one of them's got to work, right? Like one of them has got to go. Like one of them's got to work.
It might be Flacco. Flacco might be the one that works, but he's old as dirt. And then
the whole season he's 40.
Yeah, but he won comeback player of the year with the Browns 2 years ago.
I know that was 2 years ago. He's 40.
Like 41 to 43.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he just took a year off.
Like he was way better than
Flacco was
better than Joe Flacco.
Flacco was in Indy last year though, so he was still playing. So it's not like he took a year off.
He got benched last year.
They all got benched. They all got benched. Anthony Richardson got benched like 6 times.
I was about to say, Anthony Richardson, they're like, all right, Anthony Richardson, we're sorry.
Speaking of that, Anthony Richardson, this is it. I mean, that team is that's the best Colt team since the Peyton Manning era.
I think Daniel Jones is gonna start. I don't even.
That team is stacked.
45% of his passes. Is the worst in NFL
He's playing for his job, so yeah, I don't think they can afford to keep Richardson.
Dude, this is that Colts team. If the Colts had let's just put, I'm not gonna put like a superstar quarterback, but like Drake May, you put Drake May on this Colts team, and I think they're a
stupid Drake May.
They might win the division.
I think they would make the divisional round of the playoffs.
What do you think? What about if Trevor?
Look at. I'm telling you, look at the moves.
Yeah, Trevor would be good.
Look at the Colts. Look at the move the Colts made this year. Their secondary is all fixed up. They finally have an all-star tight end. Obviously, they have one of the best running backs in the league now. Their O-line's still decent. I mean, the wide receivers are pretty good. This is a good team.
Their defense is bad though.
No, they made all the moves. I'm telling you, they fixed that whole secondary.
It's just their quarterback's gonna hold them back.
Yeah, of their quarter, 100%.
Yeah, they're cooked.
My
Yeah, that's the thing. People think Jalen Miller will be good. Fucking Anthony Richardson isn't even good. Like,
So,
I don't see
okay,
how
I have a
Miller
lot
is
more
good.
faith in Jalen Milroe. First of all, they didn't take Milroe 4th overall, which has a lot to do with it. You're taking Milroe in a position where if he is just a backup, that's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's maybe not as big of an arm as Richardson, but he's probably a little bit more better of a runner, if I'm being honest. And he's not always injured. That's the thing with AR. AR was never healthy at UF. He
Yeah.
was never accurate at UF. Like, he's just got overdrafted. Anthony Richardson got picked in the 3rd round. I don't think people would really care as much, but like,
Right.
he'd just be another quarterback that didn't pan out. But since he got taken so high, yeah, the expectations were through the roof. And he was like the youngest quarterback. They should have let him ride the bench that first year. So he gets hurts his shoulder, doesn't even have an off season to train. So this is his first real off season, kind of. But like, we'll have to see it. We'll have to see it this year, or it's over.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to.
Yes. Oh, what do you say?
I mean, yeah, it's all on Anthony Richardson. This Colts team couldn't be really good, but it's all on him.
Yeah. All right, how much time we got left? Like 2 or 3 minutes?
We got about 2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, everyone, let's go around the horn. One bold take from this NFL draft.
Jeez, you want to start?
Yeah, I think Travion Henderson will finish with more career All-Pros than Ashton Genty.
Wow, that's
All right,
nuts.
I'll follow you up that one.
Okay.
This season, so we don't have to wait forever. This season, the Raiders will win their division, and Jancy will lead the league in rushing.
Not even close.
Win division?
Not even
Yeah,
the Broncos.
We're going hot takes, right?
The Broncos
are
are
winning.
winning.
The Chiefs, Chargers, and the Broncos.
No way, Broncos will be in the Super Bowl.
Genty would have to. You think Genty will win MVP? Because that's like the only way that's
No.
happening.
Running
Jesus.
backs
Dude.
don't win MVP. That is.
I'm thinking
If he's that good.
that's
Saquon didn't win
crazy.
it last year.
He's a win offensive player then?
Yeah, he would win Offensive Player of the Year, which is basically
That
running
means-
back, wide receiver, MVP. But
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he's going RB2 in fantasy redrafts. It's kind of nuts.
behind
the
Keyshawn,
Gibbs.
I'm guessing.
Behind Bijan, yeah.
Yeah.
Saquon's like 5. Like the disrespect, man.
All right.
I really like this move, but I've got the Houston the Texans, the 2 Iowa State wide receivers, both getting over 1,000 yards, and Christian Kirk being traded at the trade deadline out of Houston for those 2 guys. Both of those,
Wow. Who
both
on the team?
both of them getting drafted to the same team with Tank Dell. He's probably not going to play this year, and then Nico Collins. I think those 2 step up in huge roles and actually lead them to over 1,000 yards receiving, both of them.
I have Stroud and Kirk in Dynasty right now, and I might pick Noel. I wanted Higgins, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna pay close attention to that, Andrew.
And I'm also going to go Tyler Warren wins Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Nice.
I'm huge
That's
on him.
fine.
I'm huge in that position. And Broncos Eagles Super Bowl. That's it. I'm done.
Okay. All right, 10 seconds. Let's wrap up. Finish the show.
Yep. All right. Thank you everyone
Thanks
for
for having
joining.
me.
Zach, everyone. Thank you
Thanks,
guys.
Tweaker.
We'll be back week Tuesday. More recap of the NBA and NHL playoffs as those continue, and more NFL stuff as it goes on. Thank you guys.